Previously on J, you saw me begin the R32 Skyline build. But upon removing the turbo, I realized one life-changing thing. This shit's fucked. So I took it upon myself to remove the RB20. Now, what's next? Find out on this week's episode of J.
It's your boy Jabe. Today I'm at Ricky Sellers' shop, Sellers Performance. The goal for bringing it to Ricky, I approached him, I said I want to do this S chassis conversion in the front. We got to do some modification in the rear, and I also have like some little seat rails, Bride MO bottom mount rails for an S13. We're going to be modifying them to fit in the R32. It's literally just one mount. If you take a look over here, we got the Burnham Cressida live in person. This old girl, Burnham. Johnny Bravo, gotta love him. He's beating on limiter every time he's out on track in this thing. Enough bullshitting, let's finally get to work.
What it is, ho? What's up? Can a nigga get in them good? Cut you up like you ain't been cooked. Show your ass how to really catch a nigga.
I know what you're thinking. Why is this dude cutting up the R32? When I purchased the vehicle, the car was already converted to S13 McPherson suspension, but the manner in which it was converted was resulting in not enough caster, and therefore when you drifted the car, it had no self-steer. I approached Ricky with the challenge. I said, hey, I want you to cut the top of the Strut-Tower out, weld a fresh plate of steel in, and let's properly locate this coilover. He was happy to take the challenge on, and that's what you're witnessing right here.
Cut it, 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 cut it. Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it.
So this was the stopping point for last night. We've got the new towers tacked in there. I'm about to pull the rear wheels off now. Gonna go ahead and get everything knocked out. It's my trusty steed right there. It's my problem solver. Milwaukee, bitch. I can't really explain this. I can't make this shit up. On this car, how I got it, these coilovers were modified and extended. We'll be cutting this out and putting it back to stock. Prepare yourself, guys. 3, 2, 1. I know. On this episode of Fear Factor, here's the top 10 scariest things you never want to see. But thanks to Ricky, we're going to be putting this all back to stock. R32s accept S13 rear coils, so I just want to put it back to what it was. I want to install the new S13 coils that I have on the way and just ride out. I don't want to have to modify anything else, so... You hate to see that. You hate to see that, man. So I already got this one off. He's gonna cut that one up and fucking weld it back.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Creeping on the low, hope your man don't see. She'll bust it down for some down llama rips. Shoot me like some bubble gum, something like Rashida. Gotta give my partner some, she on me like Adidas. Baby, you can't hold back, stop flexing like you not. Yo man tryna patrol that I get.
After the strut towers and coilovers that would finalize the rear of the car, me and Ricky then shifted focus back to the front.
So with these new measurements, the car will have caster, it'll have proper self-steer. Before, it was way the fuck over in bumfuck Egypt over here. But thanks to Ricky, he's got it located where it needs to be. Ricky really spent his time to get an exact fit, mocking it up, trimming it, mocking it up again. We got it dialed in to match the car perfectly, that way it fits nice and flush with the metal. I couldn't be happier with the results.
Bitch, I'ma cut you off. Cause every time you come around, you be hollering that whoop-de-whoop, blah say blah.
So as you can see, we finally got the car back on the ground. Ricky, seriously, I cannot thank that guy enough. Man put in crazy hours on the car. Very meticulous, very high quality work. Got the caster situation fixed so the car will actually have self-steer and transition and whatnot now. We fixed the Mania and the rear strut towers, put that back to OEM, fixed the coilover. This is what we did in the front. Ricky killed it on this one, man. Forms to the shape of the metal. This side is exactly the same shit, perfect. You can see that the coilover is actually pitched back now. Before it was like almost fucking forward. And I'll show you guys the rear. We have the strut tower back to OEM height now. Doesn't have all the cylinder bullshit from your 5th grade geometry class. And then also, he did get the bride brackets to fit exactly. So these were S13 bride rails. Only one hole is off, but Ricky finessed it, so all of them line up now. So the brides will be able to go in the car. Major moves on the car this weekend. Sellers Racing Performance. Guys do phenomenal work. If you're in the North Florida, Central Florida, Daytona area, I would go to them. He's gonna kill it on the fab work. He's gonna really take his time, do a quality job, treat it as if it was his own car. So now that the car is basically back to how it should be now, we're gonna go through, spray the engine bay, get the engine all dialed in. We'll do some suspension modifications in time, but I'm super stoked with the results. Time to get to work. I'll see y'all fuckers next time.